What's good? I'm a Ruthless Addicts. It is your girl, Dikahn. Thank you so much for tuning in to All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. If you are a Ruthless Addict, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you absolutely love Ruthless with all your heart, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell for notification of brand new content. Because y'all know we got these recaps coming to you guys, okay? All right, so episode 14 of Tyler Perry's season 3B. The synopsis reads as follows, and it's entitled Dilapidated. Andrew finds himself in a standoff with Dikahn's men and Sheriff Conley. Marva enlists Zane to bring Lacey back into the fold, and Ruth has the highest right where she wants him. Y'all, this episode was oh so crazy, and I'm gonna tell you why. Listen. Everybody, when I tell y'all it was going down on the Rakadushi compound, everything that could go wrong or could go down, it did. So the episode leaves off where he ain't my guy right now, where where Dikahn has the gun pointed at Brian. Brian is distraught because he just saw his wife murdered. Even though they was going through their problems, he just witnessed the murder of Lynn. Come on, Tyler Perry, you couldn't save Lynn a couple more seasons, rehab something. So anyway, y'all, Brian, he's distraught. Dikahn has the gun on him. Dikahn is telling him, you need to come on with me or I'm gonna kill you. And Brian is at this point, it's like, F that, go on and kill me. Like, I can't live without my lady, so just go ahead and kill me. But Dikahn is like in a state of, no, I'm not going to do it because I know you FBI and that's going to create more problems. So right now, you just going to stick it out on this Rakadushi compound. Then we move on to where Dikahn, the night before, Dikahn told River to take him to all the little cubby spots where the men are having sex at. Well, basically, all River did was take him out in the open on a little field trip, and all he saw was trees and branches and rocks on the ground. So Dikahn is approaching, or going at River, saying, you told me one thing, but now you need to show me where these hiding spots really are. Well, he didn't need it because Manny came up to Dikahn and said, hey, they found them. We know where they are. Just come on with me. So then, as they're getting ready to get it all together, we see Laura and Aaron, who are out in the open taking a bath. They're like behind the Rakadushi compound, but they're close enough to the Rakadushi compound. They got water from somewhere, so they're out there scrubbing up, cleaning up, washing themselves off, and just talking about how much they went through, and they really hope that the highest will accept them. They don't know what they're getting into, but it's a safe haven for them at this moment, considering what they've gone through. We'll talk about later what they went through, okay? So anyway, Marva goes and tells Zane, hey, listen, I got a secret to tell you, but don't tell nobody. Andrew is an FBI agent. And just gossiping, but she's like telling Zane all of this stuff. She's like, what? And then Zane says, well, do you want me to help you cook breakfast? And she says, no, you're going to help me with Lacey. And she's like, what you mean with Lacey? Well, Lacey is in the punishment trailer and we got to go get her. And basically we got to do a lot of work. We got to stitch her up and we got to convert her. And Zane is like, that's Zane girl. So Zane is really not with the whole thing that Marva is talking about. So then we see River and Joan, who are together once again talking. Of course, Joan is throwing shots at River because River has on this army uniform or this military uniform that doesn't fit. His hat isn't right. He just looks a hot mess. But at the end of the day, River's like, no, I'm not a soldier, but I'm still a man, so don't even try me. And once again, Joan throwing her little shots. Oh, you a man, all right. No, you're not a man. You're a boy trying to be a man. So after they get done throwing their shots, then we have Elder Mother Marva, who makes her way with Zane to the punishment trailer to go and get Lacey. Lacey is distraught. She's wanting Zane to help her, says, "Help me, Zane." But Zane is like, be quiet, you traitor, deserter. You know, she just playing the role in front of Elder Mother Marva. Now, we know Zane wants to get the heck out of Dodge, off the Rockadoosh's compound, but she is just playing the role because she does not want to die. Then, once they head over to where they know that Andrew is located, they meet up, Dikahn and the rest of the troops, they meet up with our guy, Josiah, also played by TJ Jackson. Shout out to that guy. Anyway, they meet up with him. He tells them, "Hey, I brought a girl over here for Sheriff Conley and found out that Andrew was in there. Saw him go in the house." So he's in there. So Dikahn calls the sheriff on the phone and talks to him and tells him, "Hey, he's in here somewhere. I got a shot off. I don't know if it hit him, but he's in here." And so, y'all, when Andrew walked up on Sheriff Conley, he was getting in. He was getting the business with this Rockadooshi cult member, this girl, y'all. He was getting in. So Sheriff Conley got him some, and we actually got to see it. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, so Dikahn says, "Well, I'm going to send some of my..." So he calls Sheriff Conley on the phone. He tells him what's the deal. Dikahn says, "Okay, I'm going to send some of my soldiers in." So 2 of the soldiers go in. Bam, bam. Both of them get shot. Blue, I'm sorry, y'all. Andrew, my boy Blue, you own it. He did his thing for that part. But then, which is the same problem that he had with Sheriff Conley, he was doing too much talking. He was talking out the window, just talking, but doing too much talking instead of shooting. You had enough bullets till you shot 2 from the outside. You had 3 more people outside. You could have got rid of them. Anyway, you guys, Andrew was doing too much talking. So basically, through all the talking, what Manny ended up doing was shooting a inflamed bow and arrow into the house. It had fire on it, and it was intended to distract him. Then, as Manny got close enough to the house, he threw a whole freaking bomb in the house, and Andrew was like, "Oh shoot," he had no choice but to jump out the front of the house, or the area where where Dikahn and Manny and the soldiers, well, it wasn't no more soldiers, but Manny and Dikahn, where they remained, along with Josiah. And so they got into a little scruffle. Now listen, I'm gonna talk trash about Blue Kimball, or as we call him, Andrew. He talked all that trash about beating up Dikahn, and then he ended up getting taken down by Dikahn. So dang Blue, dang Malcolm. I mean, I don't know why I got Malcolm's name on my mind right now, but dang Andrew. Come on, bruh. I thought you was better than this. Anyway, he got snatched up, and they're on their way back to the Rockadooshi compound. Then this scene right here was, oh my God, so graphic. I felt the pain. They had to put stitches in Lacey. And you know, Elder Mother, she enjoyed this way too much. She got this big old needle that they use to sew in weaves with, and her little clipper scissors. Dirty hands, no gloves. Come on now. Anyway, Lacey was crying. I was crying. Zane was crying. Everybody was crying. The pain was real. Lacey explained to her what happened. She told Zane that after Elder Mother Marva left the 2 of them alone, she told Lacey told Zane that Elder Mother that the highest killed Oliver, and she just want to die. She don't want to live without Oliver. She just wants to die. Oh my God, poor Zane. She cried with her to the point where she was like, "What if Elder Mother Marva lets me punish you?" And she said, "I'm gonna try to convince her to do it, but we don't know. We gotta wait for her to get well enough before they'll actually even punish her." It's like the prison system in the United States. They wait for you to get 100% healthy, and then they execute you. Go figure. Anyway, then we have Elder Mother Marva back in the kitchen. She's ready to prepare the Highest's she's ready to prepare the Highest's breakfast, but Joan is in there and she says the Highest is not awake yet, but what I'm in here doing, I'm preparing the meals for the men. Now, the elder mother Marva's like, what you mean he's not awake? He's in there, and of course Joan had to let her know, hey, he's in there, she's in there, he is in there with Ruth. They've been, and of course Ruth spent the night, but elder mother Marva, she didn't want to hear that. She like a mama that don't want to hear who her son messing with. Anyway, did y'all know elder mother Marva said she had kids and they were trying to commit her because they thought she was crazy? Well, doggone it, kids, y'all should have locked her behind away fast because sis, she is crazy. Anyway, Zane she walks out of where she was to help Paula, and River is there. River is talking to her. He's, doing a little casual talk, but she's just not feeling it. So she finally explains to River what happened to Lacey, what happened to Oliver, and River is trying to figure out now what can he do, because this just threw him all the way off. These were some things he did not expect to hear. So back at the compound again, at the front gate, Dikahn, Lewis, and some other soldiers, Manny of course, they're at the front gate, and they say, they're bringing back Andrew. They're bringing back Andrew onto the Rockadooshie compound. Well, the couple, Laura and Aaron, they talk to Dikahn and they tell him, we really want to join. We lost our baby last year and things haven't been the same. Our parents, his parents, don't like me because I'm a black girl, and so it was just, they just gave this whole little sob story, but Dikahn was like, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Now, whether he truly was empathetic, I have no idea, but we're talking about Dikahn, so who knows? So then, after they are back, like I said, they are back on the compound, and we move on into, man, y'all, when I tell you somebody got their feelings hurt today was the day. Dikahn got his feelings hurt. He went on into the Highest's trailer and saw Ruth and the Highest having sex. And oh my God, that just hurt his feelings. He went in to say what he had to say, but then he was ready to leave out. And the Highest asked Ruth, told Dikahn, sit down so he can watch. He had to sit through watching his love have sex with his lover. So Dikahn is tore up. I don't know what Dikahn is going to do on the next episode, but bruh was not in a good mood after this. And then y'all, the Highest so doggone dirty. The Highest a dirty dog. He had Ruth to turn around and look at Dikahn while she was having sex with him. He a dirty dog. A dirty dog. The Highest is, listen, if y'all had been wondering where my boy Malcolm had been, I knew his name was on my mind for some reason, but I got Malcolm. He was underneath that bus and he made his way onto the bus. He mustered up the strength. I guess he thawed out enough to be able to hop on that bus, and he was smart enough to get underneath the bed that's actually in that bus. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if this was Yancey's workshop, but anyway, whoever was supposed to be assigned to this bus, they had a little bed set up in there. So anyway, Lewis and Manny walk into the bus, and I'm thinking to myself, oh man, my boy is about to get caught. However, he rolls himself underneath that bed, so they're in there just talking, spilling all the tea, talking about Andrew, how crazy he is about wanting to leave the Rockadooshie compound, and Malcolm is hearing everything. But at this point, Malcolm probably still trying to get his senses all the way together. So anyway, you guys, that's about it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and you guys stay ruthless.